you were successful, somebody along the line gave you some help. There was a great teacher somewhere in your life. Somebody helped to create this unbelievable American system that we had that allowed you to thrive. Somebody invested in roads and bridges. If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen. The internet didn't get invented on its own. Government research created the internet, so then all the companies could make money off the internet.
President Obama in Virginia. Let's bring in our panel now. Jonah Goldberg, at-large editor of National Review Online. A.B. Stoddard, associate editor of The Hill, and syndicated columnist Charles Krauthammer. Okay, Charles, let's start with that last statement.
Spoken by a man who never created or ran so much as a candy store. And it's completely a straw man argument, as if conservatives and Republicans are arguing to disband the fire department and the police department so we can all do it individually on our own. The idea that infrastructure is necessary and good is as old as the Republic. It's older than that. The Romans had the Via Appia, and that wasn't exactly a new idea. And they had sewers as well. The question is, what do you do with the money when you build the infrastructure? You heard Obama talking about the moonshot. This is not on that clip, but in that speech, he went through a list of the great achievements that the government has done, the moonshot. Well, Obama's the guy who shut down the moon program, the manned space program, so that today we have to outsource our access into space. For any American astronaut who wants to go to the space station, we have to pay the Russian $50 million a shot. He spoke about the invention of the internet, which he neglected to say was the work of Al Gore. In fact, it wasn't the government that invented, or in general, it was the Defense Department, a part of the government. And what's Obama done is he sprinkled billions of dollars in all the other departments in government. He shrunk the Defense Department. It's now looking at draconian cuts. This is a man who spent $1 trillion and left not a residue. He could have, for example, done something about the electric grid. He did nothing on that. Instead, he sprinkled the money on cronies, on pie-in-the-sky ideological fetishes like solar panels and electric cars, which is the future, but it ain't here and it's not going to happen now. Money that is wasted, it's water on the sand. He did not leave behind a residue of all that, and yet he speaks about infrastructure. All of us want to do infrastructure, but real infrastructure, and then leave the rest of life to the private individual and the entrepreneur.
You're fired up about this one.
Occasionally, Obama gets me somewhat revved. He did it on the weekend again. I now have the rest of the week to recover.